What's up, LEGO fans? Nick from Nick's Brick Builds here, and I've got a Star Wars The Last Jedi set for you. This is LEGO Star Wars Kylo Ren's TIE Fighter, set number 75179. It comes with 630 pieces, 4 minifigs, and in the US it's priced at $79.99. So looking at this set completed on my table, this is a pretty large set. I feel that LEGO could have gotten away with maybe making it 5% smaller, and it would still look good in comparison to a minifig. With that said, this is my first TIE Fighter build, so I'm a little unfamiliar with the size of the fighters in comparison to a minifig. There are some really cool structural components in the build that really took my interest, and we'll take a look at those later on in the review, but it pertains mainly to do with how the wings are connected to the body of the fighter. And yes, I know that the wings are actually solar panels in universe, but for this video, I'll be calling them wings. The color scheme uses dark gray instead of the light gray accents with the black, and I think that, along with the sort of stretched out look and the trans dark red pieces, really just make this look more menacing and a little bit more evil looking. Before we take a closer look at the set, I want to show a heads-on view of this. This is just certainly a mean look. If this fighter was coming at you, you'd probably be a little scared or intimidated by it. It's a really cool look from the front. Getting a closer look from the cockpit, from the front we can see that it has a very non-traditional shape. Usually TIE fighters have a ball cockpit, and this was even true with Darth Vader's TIE Fighter and the TIE Interceptor. The TIE Bombers and the TIE Strikers had a cylindrical cockpit. But here, it's been flattened out and stretched out. And I really think they did a great job of creating the detail of this. This piece at the top right here is a printed trans red piece. It can actually be used as a window. The front here is built up of all trans red tiles and trans red slope pieces. So unfortunately, the minifig can't actually see out of it from here, but I think as a display, it looks really, really nice. We have some stickers on the sides of these wedges. Those are the only 2 stickers used in the set, and as kind of not a lover of stickers, I greatly appreciate the limited sticker detail on this. But those 2 stickers just add the rest of that shaping of the window. At the top, we have the TIE Fighter hatch that we've seen in lots of other models, but in this case it's been recolored black with red windows, and inside has room for 1 minifig, in this case Kylo Ren sitting in there piloting the fighter. There are no controls in the fighter. Looking at the fighter from the top view, we can see the influence of Darth Vader's TIE Advanced fighter. We have the wider struts going to the wings of the fighter, and that more tapered shape to them. Looking at the back of the fighter, we have some great engine detailing back here, again using trans red pieces, in this case trans red bricks. The only thing that I wish that they would have done was to cover up these Technic pieces right here, especially that Technic blue pin. They cover it up on the front, but on the back they leave this open, which, you know, it's a small minor detail, but I think for the effort of just being able to put a tile here and here, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. Taking a side view of the wings, you can very much see the inspiration of the TIE Interceptor with this design. And really, we've just squatted down those wings to make them shorter, and they've sort of been stretched out this way. I really like the detailing here in the middle of the solar panel, and we get those TIE Fighter round tiles. Each tip of the wing has blasters on the ends, plus there's a blaster in the middle as well on each side. So you get 4 blasters at the tips, and then 2 blasters in the middle of each wing. I like to think of this blaster maybe in the middle as being a heavier cannon, maybe an ion cannon, whereas these would be regular blasters, but you can use your own imagination for that. What I found really interesting was the stability of these wings. If I pick up the set, those wings are not moving at all. They're not flimsy, they're really super sturdy, and they're not gonna break if a kid is playing with the set. And it comes to do with the layering. There are 3 layers of plates, and that makes it a brick thick. And so this is really super sturdy even for being that long, which I really appreciate. It's thicker in some other places, but the main build of those wings are 3 plates thick, which we can see in this detailing here, with the 2 black plates on the outside and a dark gray plate sandwiched in between. So one of the things that I really enjoyed while going through the build was how they attached the wings to the main body. And running across the main body is a series of Technic bricks that are then pinned together to Technic pieces inside. And then with that allows for the studs on the side construction and really secures the wing quite well in place. We can see some braces being used to clip the structure to the main wing. But I think that, again, I haven't really seen that in other Lego TIE Fighter builds before, and I think the wideness, the thickness of this body allowed for them to make it super stable for the structure. Even though underneath it might be a little ugly looking with all those different plates sort of sandwiched in between, it creates a nice sound structure that certainly can hold up to kids playing with the set. We get a little hint of that Technic structure from this piece pulled out. We can see that beam, which is being kept in place by clips to the Technic bricks inside. Finally, underneath, we have 2 spring-loaded missiles, and those are actually activated by trigger points on the top of the set, which are blending in color-wise really nice into the model. Holding the ship like this gives you easy access to both of those to fire off. From the underside, they do a really good job of hiding the missile, but looking at it from the back underneath, you can see just a little bit of those missiles peeking through. And I guess my only thing is that I wish that they would have continued the build a little bit just out through here to go ahead and completely hide those missiles, just like they did on the Resistance transport pod. That was really a really nice thing to see, where you don't see the tips of the missiles on the other end. So in this set, we get 4 minifigures. We get a First Order Stormtrooper, a First Order TIE Fighter pilot, Kylo Ren, and we can see that this is a new print for Kylo Ren's face with the marking that he gets at the end of The Force Awakens. And then finally we get the evil BB-8, BB-9E. So the First Order Stormtrooper and the TIE Fighter pilot have your typical Imperial prints on them. It's a little hard to see with the helmet of the TIE Fighter pilot. And then Kylo Ren has a nice printing of his clothes going all the way down through to the end of his legs. And the BB-9E is just sort of a recolored printing of BB-8 with a new mold for the head. See them without their helmets on. Kylo Ren has the newer cloth cape, and you can see his printing goes around to the back as well. Really nice detailing. Kylo Ren is the only figure with an alternate face. Kylo Ren also does come with his lightsaber as well. So all in all, this was a really cool set to have, and I really like the unique features of this TIE Fighter. It keeps very much in its traditional look. Visually, for me, the TIE Interceptor and the TIE Advance are sort of my two favorite ships from this series, from the Star Wars series. And this set, this fighter, really combines those two really well while adding a unique spin on it. The darker tones in the colors used for it really add to the intensity that I think the First Order has now in the movies. And it's really menacing and really evil looking when you look at it, which is pretty awesome too. Like I said earlier in the video, I really have little minor nitpicks. I think the set could be scaled a little bit smaller because it just feels a little bit oversized when you compare it to the minifigs. Plus, at the rear of the ship, you have the exposed Technic bricks and blue pins that they do a great job of hiding all of that throughout the rest of the ship, and 2 tiles would have solved that extremely well. But overall, I think it's a great set, super durable. You can thrash it around, swoop it around, and the wings are gonna stay there. They're gonna be steady. They're not gonna flap around. And to me, while looking at this set, looking at the pictures of it, that would have been my major concern about it. So that's been my review for Kylo Ren's TIE Fighter. Thanks everyone for watching. Be sure to watch the speed build video of this set. The link will be in the cards above and down in the description. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button. Feel free to comment down below, what do you think about this set? Do you like it? Are you going to get it? What did you think of the build? Do you have any criticisms of it? Let me know down in the comments below. I'd love to have a discussion going on about this set. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell notification button to be notified every time I release new content. See you guys in the next video.